Right on. All right, I'll call the Everman City Council meeting to order. It is Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, and the time is 6 o'clock. Everybody, please rise. The chaplain's going to come up and say the convocation, and then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
How about that? Are we alive now? Good. I'm sorry. I'm going to take just a minute or two before I open in prayer. I've got a couple of things I'd like to talk to you all about today. Help me. Okay, thank you very much. I need all the help I can get. Two things I'd like to talk to you about. First thing is, last week was National Fire Prevention Week. If you are not familiar with that, each year there's a different subject that is being addressed nationally. This year it's lithium batteries and the dangers and the advantages, but mostly the dangers of lithium batteries. So if you're not familiar with that, go take a look online and see what that's all about. The second thing I want to talk to you about is what today is, October 14th, 2023. This is the date that has just been proclaimed nationally as well as National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. Today was his birthday. He would have been 32 years old today. He died on September 10th. And there's been a lot said about him, but there was one sentence that I read that I thought was so appropriate. It said this: Charlie was a good man, a devout husband, father, and friend. His life was shaped by his faith and the idea that in America, debate and discussion are crucial to the betterment of our country. And I have nothing to say about politics in this. The only thing that I have to say as a chaplain is that his focus on the Lord and on his faith and what it meant to him really resonated with me. And the other thing is, he was so good at talking to people that had differing opinions that he did. And he was so good at listening to what the other people had to say and then responding. And that's what we need more of in this country today, I believe. So now I would say a word of prayer with y'all, if you would stand. Our Heavenly Father, we come before you today to praise your name, to thank you for all the blessings that you have given us. I thank you for this council that gathers regularly and works so hard on behalf of the city of Everman. I ask your blessings on them. I ask that you give them knowledge, give them understanding, give them discernment to make the decisions that need to be made to make this city a success. Father, we also bring up, because of it being a Fire Prevention Week, I bring up our first responders. Primarily right now tonight we think about our firemen and what they do for us, how they protect us, how they're always there when we need them, walking into danger when that approaches. And also the rest of our first responders here in our city, the police, the fire, the dispatchers as well. Lord, we also ask you now to remember the family of Charlie Kirk, be with them, give them peace and comfort, as well as the friends. And Lord, we ask your blessings on this country. We are a divided country, Lord, and we know that you are the answer. We ask all this in your holy name. Amen.
Okay, first item on the agenda is consent agenda. We have the minutes from the regular meeting September 9th, 2025, and special meeting September 16th, 2025. I'll entertain a motion.
I move we approve the minutes as read.
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Would you poll the council?
Place 2?
Aye.
Place 3?
Aye.
Place 4?
Aye.
Place 5?
Aye.
Place 6? Aye. Mayor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Next item is financials for August 2025. I will entertain a motion to accept.
I make the motion to accept the financials for August 2025.
Second.
Who was the second? Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion?
I'd like to make a suggestion. When we are given being reimbursed for travel or whatever, if we could get an email what we're getting reimbursed other than just a deposit into our checking or savings accounts.
Okay, so that would be a policy change that we would need to implement, which is not under the financial report. So we would have to add an agenda item to discuss a policy change for reimbursement, which we can.
Well, I mean, what does, under financials, it's the AP register.
I understand. I'll look to our attorney to see if those two are connected in any way. This is a standard financial report under a consent agenda item.
Right, so you won't be approving the financials as written. So the suggestion would be a separate item.
Any other discussion? Would you poll the council?
Place 1. Place 2.
Aye.
Place 3.
Aye.
Place 4.
Aye.
Place 5.
Aye.
Place 6. Aye. Mayor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Next item is presentations. Item A, proclamation honoring October 14, 2025 as National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. Whereas on September 10, 2025, American civic advocate and commentator Charlie Kirk was tragically killed while speaking publicly, prompting a national outpouring of remembrance for his life and work. And whereas the United States Congress has designated October 14, 2025, Mr. Kirk's birthday as a National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk, recognizing his advocacy for civic engagement, free expression, and participation in public life. And whereas the City of Everman values robust civic dialogue, volunteerism, and community involvement, and encourages residents, especially youth, to learn about government, debate ideas civilly, and serve their neighbors. And whereas Everman stands with communities across the nation in condemning political violence in every form and in honoring those whose public engagement inspires others to participate peacefully and constructively. Now therefore I, Ray Richardson, Mayor of the City of Everman, Texas, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby proclaim October 14, 2025 as Charlie Kirk Day of Remembrance in Everman, and encourage residents, schools, community organizations, and faith and civic groups to mark the day with activities that promote civic discourse, voter education, and constructive community service. Let's see, there's that. Next item, item B, proclamation for Cancer Awareness and Support Month. Whereas cancer affects individuals and families across every neighborhood, workplace, school, and faith community, and remains a leading cause of illness and loss nationwide. And whereas early detection, timely screening, and access to high-quality treatment significantly improves outcomes, while supportive services such as patient navigation, counseling, transportation, and caregiver resources reduce barriers to care. And whereas Everman is committed to promoting public health, equity, and dignity by encouraging residents to learn their family history, speak with healthcare providers about age and risk-appropriate screenings, and utilize available local and regional resources. And whereas community partners, including area hospitals, clinics, nonprofit organizations, schools, faith groups, and employers, play a vital role in education, prevention, screening events, and wraparound services for patients and caregivers. And whereas this city recognizes the courage of survivors, the resilience of those currently in treatment, and dedication of caregivers and clinicians, and the enduring legacy of those we have lost. And whereas October is widely observed as a time to elevate cancer awareness efforts, unify prevention and support campaigns and recognize Breast Cancer Awareness Month, symbolized by the pink ribbon and related community initiatives. Now therefore be proclaimed by the City Council of the City of Everman, Texas, that October the 1st through the 31st of 2025 is hereby designated as Cancer Awareness and Support Month in Everman, and be it further proclaimed that the city encourages 1, residents to pursue recommended screenings and preventive care; 2, employers, schools, and community organizations to share education materials and host awareness activities; 3, local partners to collaborate on equitable access to screenings and support services; and 4, city staff to display pink on all city facilities where appropriate during the month of October as a visible demonstration of support for cancer awareness and those impacted by the disease. I have to pass these around. Okay, next one, proclamation for Fire Prevention Month. Whereas the City of Everman recognizes that fire is a serious public safety concern, both locally and nationally, and homes are the locations where people are in greatest risk from fire. And whereas the 2025 National Fire Protection Association, NFPA, theme, Fire Won't Wait, Plan Your Escape, emphasize the importance of developing and practicing a home fire escape plan with all members of the household. And whereas Everman's Fire Department is in partnership with our schools, businesses, and community organizations, is dedicated to reducing the occurrence of home fires and preventing fire-related deaths and injuries through education, outreach, and proactive code enforcement. And whereas fire prevention, education, and preparedness can significantly reduce the risk of injury and property loss, and residents are encouraged to test smoke alarms monthly, install alarms in every bedroom, and plan 2 ways out of every room. And whereas the City of Everman recognizes the tireless service and bravery of our firefighters and emergency responders who stand ready to protect life and property 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whereas it is appropriate that every resident of Everman be aware of the importance of fire prevention and the vital role each of us play in keeping our home and communities safe. Now therefore be proclaimed by the Everman City Council that October 2025 is hereby deemed as Fire Prevention Month in the City of Everman. The City Council urges all citizens to develop fire escape plans and support the many public safety activities and efforts of the Everman Fire Department. Correct?
Correct. And we do have a fire department here.
I guess I need to sign this.
You want to come on up?
Okay, next item, item 6, is citizens' comments.
Mayor, we do have 2 this evening. First one is going to be a Miss Barbara Woods. Miss Woods, would you like to come up? Miss Woods is coming up to speak on street concerns. And Miss Woods, just so you're aware, it's limited to 3 minutes, but you've got all 3 minutes are yours.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, my name is Barbara Woods. And my concern is that the street Enon going to Forest Hill, the construction that's going on over there, it's a one-way right now, and some of the cars still tries to come that way. And I think it's gotten a little better, but I want to know if it's going to be a one-way or are they just doing some repairs, because I'm like, if that's gonna be a one-way, that's gonna throw us that live here, we got to go all the way up to Shelby to come to our houses. So I'm hoping it's not a one-way forever. And also the trailers that's on our street, people park trailers on the street. Well, that doesn't leave room for us, you know, with our vehicles, because that's blocked. Our street is so small. And I have some real concerns about that. People parking their trailers on the street, because it's almost making it look like a area for, business instead of residence. So that's my concern on that.
Thank you. So we can't deliberate or discuss, but we are allowed to give you statements of fact. And I see the next citizen speaking probably has some of the concerns. So let me just give you the statement of fact. Enon is not going to permanently be a one-way. That is a construction project that is not led by the city of Everman. We have no involvement in that project whatsoever. It's just unfortunately occurring on our streets and impacting our streets, and we're probably about as satisfied with it as you are.
Okay.
So we understand the frustration. It's not permanent.
Okay.
We are doing everything we can to try to get them to expedite that project and get it done and back open.
Okay.
So as far as your other concerns, our code enforcement officer's here. He heard you, so we'll take care of those too.
Okay, thank you.
Next one is a Miss, I think it's Johnny Davis, is that right? Miss Johnny Davis.
Okay, I'm just going to my name is Johnny Davis. I live in Everman for 35 years. I'm going to piggyback off Miss Barbara because we are neighbors, and the concern about the trailers, these are people that have their own businesses, bringing their trailer tractors home, and if we have company, they got to park at the school and walk over, and that's not fair. We've never had this problem in the past, but it's beginning to be a problem. Also, since you guys have taken the stop signs away on the other end, everybody think Kelly is to run the stop sign too. They run that stop sign 24/7, and that's an issue. My main concern is the neighborhood in front of my house. It was a hole. They did come and plug the hole, but the water, they didn't take care of the water. It was told to me that it was going to be turned in, that it was going to do it. That was back in May, and it still haven't been done. My concern was insects, mosquitoes, and stuff like that. I've been having the people come out and spray so that I don't have to indulge in that, but again, that needs to be repaired. And I'm piggyback off her Enon. I had to call the police coming up Enon, caused the car coming toward me, and I swerved this way to keep it, and I told them that that's dangerous, and I do understand that that takes time to get done, but that really do needs to look at, because it just happened again on Monday. I had to roll my window down and tell the driver it's a one-way street, and he did turn around, but what about the next person? Other than that, the construction. Why do they always have to wait till school start? It's already traffic. We already have so much traffic going on, and they wait right till school started. It's even hectic. If they could just take another time to do construction. We need it fixed, but not at school time. That's all I had to say.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's all for citizen comments, Mayor.
Okay, next item's discussion items. Item A, monthly staff reports. Number 1, Police Department.
Good evening. You're here again. Get the PowerPoint up. It's good.
Please speak up.
All right. To give you a summary of the activities that we had for the month of September, we've got, I've given you a handout with some specific numbers, but the police department responded to 1,739 calls for service in the month of September, down slightly from last month. And with that, we've got a little breakdown on some of the activity. Start with crimes against persons. That's any offense against a person, as opposed to a property crime, a burglary, a theft, anything like this. So we had our assaults were down. The assault calls were up, but they were all unfounded, with the exception of one simple assault, minor contact, no serious injury. We did respond to one sexual assault call. However, the offense occurred in the city of Fort Worth and not in Everman. Then we go to crimes against property, and this is your burglary, your theft, and all this. Good news, burglaries are down. We had 0. No burglary of a residence, business, or a vehicle in the city. Theft calls are also down. We had 5 theft calls reported. 4 of them were unfounded, not thefts. So the reduction is significant. On our general disorder incidents, disturbance calls, fight calls, things like this, we had 28 general disturbance calls. We ended up with 8 fights. 7 of those were school-related. That it's getting to be more of a trend. We had 1 call for a person with a gun. We were assisting Tarrant County with that. It was, again, outside the city. We did receive 1 prowler call that resulted in an arrest. We go into traffic-related activity. Our total traffic crash count decreased. We had a total of 12, 2 majors with injuries, 7 minors, and then we had 3 hit and runs. Part of the reason that the crashes are down, the burglaries are down, thefts are down, is because traffic enforcement has increased considerably. In the month of September, we effected 238 traffic stops, resulted in 242 citations being issued and 66 warnings. You'll notice a disparity in the traffic stops to citations issued, because frequently when we stop somebody for a stop sign or speeding, we find they have no driver's license and no insurance. So one violator can end up getting 2 or 3 citations. We did respond to agency assist calls. We assisted the Tarrant County Sheriff's Office, City of Fort Worth, Forest Hill, and Kennedale this month. A little staffing update. I've been keeping you updated on Rufus Clark, with a capital C on Clark. That's on me. Rufus has finished his field training. He is on his own. He is patrolling the streets, and we're very happy to have him on board with the department. Jennifer Prius, that y'all met also last month, I believe, the month before, is still in her field training period. She's doing amazingly well, getting nothing but positive reports about her and her performance. And Daquan Ryans, who you have not had the pleasure of meeting yet, is just finishing the academy. He takes his TCOL state test on the 16th. And he is right now tentatively scheduled to start actually in field training next Monday. We had representatives attend the TCOL training conference, which is a requirement that we got to go down and learn new processes and rules that TCOL is imposing. It's always fun. We also have an active shooter training coming up in November. We're always trying to keep ahead of any catastrophic event that may enter into the city or the surrounding area. So we have several instructors that have been certified through ALERT to perform this training. We do rehearse it. We hope we never have to use it. We also had the pleasure, if that's the appropriate word, to join our fire department and members of the council as well as a number of members of the community in the 9/11 Memorial Walk. The fire department has been doing this for a number of years. Get together, everybody walks around the Memorial Park in honor of the 343 firefighters, the 72 law enforcement officers, and the 8 EMTs and paramedics that lost their lives in the 9/11 attacks. This is an annual event. We encourage everyone to come out and join on the next one. It's a really nice event to honor these people. Do want to also thank everybody that came out for National Night Out recently. It was a little lighter turnout this year than normal. A number of factors came into play on that. But we had a really nice turnout, had a really good evening getting to meet and see everybody. And want to remind everybody to come out and join us next year. And hopefully it'll be bigger and better. Any questions or comments? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is code enforcement.
Hello. For September, I had about 30 emails and phone calls I answered, 3 open request records sent, 2 job forms answered and completed. One was graffiti, one was a homeless camp cleanup. If you turn the page, you'll see how pretty messed up it was back there. A few pictures.
Yeah.
And then how I cleaned it up. It took me about 6 hours to do it by myself. I got a 50, what are they called? The roll-offs, the 50-yard roll-offs. Filled it all the way up. So it was pretty nasty back there, but as you can see, I cleaned it up pretty well. For letters sent out, violation letters, I got 12 high vegetations, 18 trash and rubbishes, 9 low-hanging trees over street and dead and diseased trees, 9 junk vehicles, 9 vehicles parked in yards, 5 duty to maintain drainage ways, and water accounts inactive with consumption. I had 15 of those and 1 Christmas light violation. Closed violation cases, I closed out 26 this month. Any questions?
Mayor and Council, I just want to highlight, I don't know if you caught on it, but the pictures that he shared, and this was highlighted in our newsletter too.
Yeah.
Ryan deserves certainly some accolades for taking it upon himself, taking the initiative to get the roll-off dumpster, and then cleaning this site up because it was causing such a disruption to the neighbors nearby. And he did all that on his own. This is on the area that's behind the sound barrier wall at the dead end of Langley and Smith.
Yeah.
There was a homeless camp that was on the back side of it that had been left behind and left an enormous amount of debris, enough to fill up one of the big roll-off dumpsters. And he took it upon himself to go out there and do it. That wasn't the city responsibility, but he just went above and beyond to get out there to take care of the neighbors and make sure that the residents were happy with it. So in my opinion, he's doing an amazing job, and we certainly appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
Wait a minute, whoa, come back here. I've got a question. Down at the bottom, it says duty to maintain drainage ways.
Yes.
Where were those?
Those are, they're just all over the place. I don't really remember
Okay,
where everyone.
what does
What
that
is it?
mean?
So it's the grass that grows in between the curb and the street. So that right there, so the water can drain when it rains properly instead of
Gotcha.
puddling up. I try to get people to scrape that off or weed it real low.
Yeah.
That way it won't grow back as fast and water can drain
Good,
into the gutters all better and all.
Okay,
Yeah.
just want to make sure. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Next item is animal services.
Okay, so if you're not aware, Ray had somewhat of a medical issue. He's good, he's okay, but he's out. So he couldn't be here tonight. He sent me the report about 30 minutes ago. So I got it here. I don't have it printed for you, but I'm going to go over some statistics for you for the month of September. They took in a total of 47 dogs for the month of September. Cats was 6. Live release rate is hovering right at 80% overall, 82% for the month of September for dogs, 60% for the live release rate for cats. Total field calls for the month of September was 112. They received more than 1,600 phone calls and held 4 different adoption events, 13 animals adopted out altogether. And Mindy's here somewhere, hiding. There she is. She's here to answer some questions later, and just in case some technical questions come up on an agenda item. But she certainly deserves recognition because she coordinates all these events. She is out every weekend with that trailer, putting it to use all over North Texas and beyond to get these dogs out. So she's doing an incredible job.
Thank you, Mindy.
Really?
Next item is fire department.
And Chief Watley's at training this week, but we've got Lieutenant Newton here to go over his report. I believe he provided it to you.
Good evening, everybody. Like he said, I'm Lieutenant Newton. I'll be filling in for Chief Watley while he is at training this week. If you follow along to the fire department report and updates in front of you. For emergency incidents, calls of service from September 9th to present day is 129. Average response time for all calls, including county jurisdictions, NFPA standard and overall goal is for fires 80 seconds, for EMS calls is 60 seconds. Our current fire en route time is 1:09, and the total response time to scene is 12 minutes and 4 seconds. EMS en route time is 1:06, with the total response time to on scene at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Total of in-city overlapping emergency incidents, 16, or 12% of all calls for the time period. Incident by response types, we have fire, residential, commercial structure fires is 5, rescue EMS calls, including motor vehicle accidents, is 106. Hazardous conditions would be 1, service calls would be 12, and false alarm would be 5. Update on our staffing. 1 firefighter paramedic has been released from FTO and moved to A shift. We are screening firefighter paramedics and EMTs for the board interviews. I can update that I am handling that. We do have qualified people applying, and it's already in the process, so it shouldn't be too much longer before everybody is staffed. We will likely select and hire the 2 top candidates within 30 days. 2 personnel will be completing their 1-year probationary status this month and will be receiving their badge pinning and oath of office next meeting. Some other updates we got training hours, total of 78 hours of hands-on fire and EMS training conducted at the company level for the time period. We want to thank James Bennett with Beards Towing for donating the cars to National Night Out. It was a great success. And then also the very next day, he brought us another car to continue our training. And that is it for me. Do you have any questions?
I feel like I'm giving out accolades all night here tonight, but I want to thank y'all for all you did at National Night Out with the extrication demonstration. That was awesome. Everybody always loves that. And then also, I understand that you guys had a multi-agency structure fire you guys responded to. I don't know if it was your shift or not, but the department responded to in Crowley.
Yes, sir.
And I heard that was a heck of a fire, and you guys did a phenomenal job working with everybody over there. So congratulations on that, and thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is Public Works. Gilbert threw you under the bus, didn't he?
Good evening, everyone. I will start by summarizing the work that's been done for the Parks and Streets Department. As usual, they do the routine park and equipment and building maintenance, but they were also able to clean up and maintain a total of 8 bridges. They were also able to do a total of 30 potholes, fix 30 potholes. And as shown in the newsletter, this was also done in 1 week. So that's considered a great accomplishment considering the amount of people that we have in the department. They were also able to set up for a total of 11 events here at the Civic Center, and they were also able to inspect a total of 11 residents. And as shown in the picture, you could see these were some of the potholes that were fixed around the city. And I didn't include this one, but the following one shows how they were also able to remove the grass, and they added mulch to the playground. They were also able to reinforce and install the privacy screen that's at the Public Works PD shop to make it look nicer, as you can see in the pictures. They were able to do that as well. And they also set up the delineators off of Wichita and Ray Street. There's a before and after. And there were also graffiti on the Welcome to Everman sign off of Enon and Corey, and they were able to fix that as well. For the water department, they ran sewer off of Noble, Race, and Vaughn. There was a service line to repair on West Barron at Pittman and the PD well lot. A total of 3 curb stops, 5 meter changeouts, maintenance at Shelby well lot, and total of the work orders and turn off and turn ons was a total of 150 and more. And I don't have enough pictures for the department, but this was some of the ones that I could include in the presentation. And that is all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, item B, staff report related to upcoming community events and activities.
All right, Mayor and Council, it's a busy time of the year, so we've got a lot going on, and I just wanted to kind of summarize it and give you an opportunity to ask any questions about them if you have any. First off, coming up this Thursday, the Senior Citizen Advisory Board is hosting a senior movie day. I think this is the second movie day that they've hosted now, and they're doing lots of different things. They've been very active with movie days and luncheons and activities. So this is great. It'll be featuring the movie Queen Bees. It's completely free for seniors. Seniors are encouraged to bring their own drinks and snacks. Anything else I'm missing? Nope, okay. So come on out and check that out. This Saturday, it's a tie. Police has one, fire has one. This Saturday is a tiebreaker. We're doing the Battle of the Badges. It's going to be at the high school at the Gary T. Ball baseball field. Tickets are $10 at the door. It's all in good fun, regardless of who wins, please. It doesn't. It's all in good fun, but it's to raise money for a specific purpose to support the Everman Angels. So we really, really do our best to try to recruit folks to come out and participate. Everman Angels supports kids in need at Christmas time to ensure that every child in Everman, Forest Hill, Tarrant County, and Fort Worth has a phenomenal Christmas and gets not only things that they want, but things that they need, because we do have a lot of families in need around our community, and so they step up. So this is a great opportunity. We have a lot of fun out there, so please come out and join us this Saturday. Kids 12 and under are free. Yes, ma'am. Coming up on October 30th, it's a Thursday at 6 p.m. will be our Halloween festival, hosted again this year at Timberview Farmstead. We're going to be putting out some information here pretty soon to the public about the traffic flow, because there will be specific directions to get in and when leaving to help alleviate the traffic congestion that we had last year. We had a heck of a turnout last year. Several thousand showed up, and we're anticipating that again this year. So it'll be a great event. We're trying to make sure that we're mindful of traffic this year. But that'll be on October 30th at 6 p.m. It's completely free. Timberview Farmstead is gracious enough to allow us to do it on their property, and they will be opening up their pumpkin patch as well for free. So it's a great opportunity to go out, have a good time at the festival, and then check out the Timberview pumpkin patch as well. Next up, for our veterans, we'll be hosting our annual Veterans Day breakfast on Veterans Day, November the 11th. It'll be at 10 a.m. Breakfast is free for all of our veterans. We will have a special guest and speakers there, and along with a special performance this year by our Souder Elementary Honor Choir. So we want to encourage all of our local veterans to please come out. Let us honor you with a breakfast and a great performance by these kids. That'll be November 11th at 10 a.m. And that'll be here at the Everman Civic Center. And then a big shebang for us, our Christmas market. Been working with the Christmas committee, and we have decided to combine our two big Christmas events into one single event. And we think that this will work a lot better for us this year. But the Christmas market and tree lighting ceremony is going to be on Saturday, December the 6th. The market and events will open up at 10:30 in the morning. We'll have all kinds of craft vendors here. We've got close to 30 that have already signed up since making this event open. We'll have a car show, a classic car show. We're anticipating anywhere from 150 to 200 cars here as a part of the classic car show. Yes, I know, it blew up real quick. Lots of holiday activities coming up. We'll have some live holiday music going throughout the day. We're looking at it's not official yet, but we're looking at having the ice skating rink here again, the hayride going around. So lots of things to do throughout the whole day for the festival. At 6 p.m., we'll kick off our Christmas tree lighting ceremony. We'll have performances by our first grade Everman ISD first graders, as we normally do each year. And then Miss Christmas herself will count us down as we count down to light the tree up. Immediately following the tree lighting, we'll have our special guest arrive, as he always does. And we'll open up the Civic Center, which will be converted into a winter wonderland for everybody to take a walk through on their way to get free pictures with Santa and then enjoy some cookies as well. We've got some gracious support this year from both Grissett Enterprises, which is the McDonald's here in Everman, as well as Timberview Farmstead, which are both platinum sponsors, helping us not only plan the event, but they're going to be supporting the event through volunteerism as well. So we're excited to be working on this event. I think it's going to be huge. So definitely put that one on the calendar. Let's see. Lastly, we're doing our Christmas Spirit Challenge again this year, so we want to encourage any residents to register. They can go to our website, evermantx.us/Christmas, and they'll find a link there where they can register for the Christmas Spirit Challenge. The Christmas Committee will go around and judge all of the homes and businesses that have decorated for Christmas, and we will be giving out awards based on the criteria and rules that are posted on the website, focusing on lighting, design, color, theme, coordination, and variety. So we're excited about doing that again this year. The winners will get a nice yard sign to go in their yard, so they get bragging rights throughout the neighborhood that they were recognized for having tremendous Christmas spirit. And that's all I've got, unless you have any questions on events. That's a lot.
Any questions or comments?
No.
All right, so we drop down to item 8, consideration and possible action. Item A, actions concerning appointments to various boards, commissions, or committees, such as the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council and the Everman Community Development Corporation Board.
Okay, as Mayor and Council, as y'all recall, we started the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council last year, and we got it started a little bit late in the year, but once we got rolling, it was incredible. We had a phenomenal time working with those kids, and I think they had a good time too. For sure, at least one of them did, because she's coming back, it sounds like, or trying to. But we had a tremendous time working with them. We think that they learned a lot about government and you know what goes into day-to-day operations, that they were excited and loved being a part of it. Our favorite part, and I think their favorite part too, was the day at the city where they got to come in and really work with every single one of our departments. They got to repair potholes, they got to fix water lines, work a crime scene, go put out a structure fire, mess with animals. They got to mess with anything and everything you could think of in government. They got exposed to it. So we're really excited this year about partnering with them again. We did have 5 applicants that have applied. Mayor Pro Tem has their names. One of those is returning, and I definitely want to highlight her. I'm really glad she's coming back, because she was a integral part of it last year. She was very excited. So it'll be great to have her back. And then we've got 4 new students who will be joining us. We still have 2 openings. So if y'all know any friends or know anybody that wants to participate, it's a great opportunity for you to get exposed. So I'll leave it up to you if you would like to make those appointments.
All right. Names for the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council to be appointed to the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council are as follows: Citlali Martinez, Karen Velasco, Adriana Mangrum, Leah Martinez, she's our returning, and Jesus Davila. I nominate these students to be placed on the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Perfect. And then we also have Mr. Harrington here. Mr. Harrington is a teacher And I'm sorry, you're going to have to correct me with your subject. I didn't get to visit with you right before. Perfect. He'll be serving as our school district liaison, and then Ms. Davila is still serving as our council liaison to them. So, Mayor, if you vote to approve these, we'll bring them up, and we'll get a photo and get them taken care of.
Okay, motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Would you poll the council?
Place 1.
Aye.
Place 2.
Aye.
Place 3.
Aye.
Place 4.
Aye.
Place 5.
Aye.
Place 6.
Aye.
Mayor,
Aye.
motion carried.
All right, perfect. So, Mayor, if we can, we'd like to bring them up. We'll swear them in, and then we'll get a picture of you with them and their families, and we have some pins here for you as well. So, if y'all want to come on up.
So how many are here? 1, 2.
These are right over here. Who are we missing? I know you're Jesus.
Y'all get closer together like you like each other.
Okay. And if you want pictures, you can come up here and snag it. Go ahead and raise your right hand and you'll repeat after me. I state your name. Come on, let's go two together. There we go. Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear
That I will faithfully execute.
that I will faithfully execute
The duties of the office.
the duties of the office
Of Mayor's Youth Advisory Council.
of Mayor's Youth Advisory Council
Of the City of Everman.
of the City of Everman
And of the State of Texas.
and of the State of Texas,
And will to the best.
and will to the best
Of my ability.
of my ability
Preserve, protect, and defend.
to preserve, protect, and
The Constitution and laws.
the Constitution and laws
Of the United States.
of the United States
And of this state.
and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right. Congratulations. You want to squeeze together? We'll get a picture of you. Microwave. Oh, get it. No. Usually they take order. Where's
That's cute.
Okay, so next is the Everman Community Development Corporation Board.
We need that paper back.
Do I need to amend that?
No, it's for the Community Development Corporation.
Right. Let you finish. I need to. My apologies. Okay, I would like to nominate Anthony Grissett, his name's already in the paper, for the Community Development Corporation Council. Did y'all hear that?
No, ma'am. Say it one more time.
All right, now that my microphone is on, I would like to nominate Anthony Grissett to the Community Development Corporation.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Would you poll the council?
Place 1.
Aye.
Place 2.
Aye.
Place 3. Place 4.
Aye.
Place 5.
Aye.
Place 6.
Aye.
Mayor,
Aye.
Motion carried.
And then just one more announcement related to appointments, Mayor. Just a little bit ago, I got a text from Commissioner Miles' office. Mr. Brown from Timberview Farmstead has been appointed to the Tax Increment Financing Board for number one.
Is that John?
No, that's his boss.
Brown.
Yes.
Say that
Okay.
again?
Mr. Brown was appointed to the TIF board as the county's representative on the TIF.
Okay.
So we think he'll represent the TIF well. He's not in the TIF zone, so there's no conflict there. We think he'll represent it well. But just wanted to let council know that that board is now fully appointed, and we'll be looking to have a meeting here in the very near future.
Okay, next item, item B, resolution number 2025-10-01. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Everman, Texas, approving the terms and conditions of 3 interlocal agreements by and between the City of Everman and respectively 1, the City of Forest Hill, 2, the City of Kennedale, and 3, the City of Edgecliff Village for animal control officer services, authorizing the city manager to execute said agreement, providing a severability clause, and providing for an effective date. We'll entertain a motion.
I make the motion to approve resolution number 2025-10-01 as read.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion?
Has
Yes,
there
ma'am.
been any changes?
Well, so 2 of these will be new. So we currently have an existing agreement between the City of Everman and the City of Forest Hill. We had previously helped the City of Edgecliff Village on occasion, and we had an agreement with the City of Kennedale where we were allowing them to use our shelter. In both those instances, there were some struggles, not that either entity did anything wrong or anything like that. It was just difficult to manage. The City of Kennedale has unfortunately been notified by the City of Fort Worth that they can no longer use their shelter. Fort Worth has sent them a termination notice, not for anything bad other than Fort Worth just is not allowing any other entities to come in anymore. The City of Edgecliff Village is running into the same problem. So they currently have no means of operating for animal services. And they have a desire to partner with us to expand those operations. The first step that we did, because this is a very serious agreement, because I'll be very blunt with you, as I have been with both the City of Kennedale and the City of Edgecliff, our primary concern, as soon as this came up, was space. What is that going to do to our capacity and our ability to house animals at the shelter? So we asked them to provide us with data. That data has come back, and Ray has reviewed it and believes that if the data that they presented is accurate, we will be able to maintain pretty close to what we're doing now, because there's 2 key differences between what we were doing then and what we are doing now. What we were doing then as far as policies and taking in every animal was completely different. We've updated those since. Secondly, we now have an outreach coordinator, a dedicated outreach coordinator, Miss Mindy back there, whose sole focus and job is to preserve these animals' lives as best as possible through adoption, networking, and doing everything we can. We did not have that before, so we're seeing better live release rates. Truly, Mindy's saving animals' lives every single day. She's doing a phenomenal job of getting these animals out. So having those 2 things, Ray feels like it's manageable for us to handle these agreements. We still have a goal, a very serious goal that we need to figure out about building a new shelter and expanding our capacity. We also feel, staff feels, and I feel that we stand a much better chance of getting grant funding and support funding if we're going as 4 cities rather than 2, and it makes it more feasible. So it's our recommendation that we approve these agreements, allow us to begin serving these cities, very similar to how the agreement is with the City of Forest Hill. We won't just be allowing them to use our shelters. We will be providing full service to them in exchange for their payments, and handling their city just like we do ours. It's going to be a partnership. This will add, which is already in the budget, because we presumed when we were doing budget, trying to estimate where this was going to go, we presumed these contracts would take place within the budget. There is also additional positions allocated within the budget, so animal control staffing will increase to meet the demand that will likely come from this. Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions or comments? Would you poll the council?
Place 1,
Aye.
place 2,
Aye.
place 3,
Aye.
place 4,
Aye.
place 5,
Aye.
place 6. Aye. Mayor,
Aye.
motion carried.
Next item, item C, resolution number 2025-10-02, resolution of the City Council of the City of Everman, Texas, approving and authorizing execution of 3 interlocal cooperation agreements by and between the City of Everman and respectively, 1, the City of Forest Hill, 2, the City of Kennedale, and 3, the City of Edgecliff Village, each establishing Everman code enforcement jurisdiction for animal control and welfare laws within the respective cities and providing an effective date. I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 2025-10-02 as read.
Second.
And Mayor and Council, just to clarify, all this resolution does is grants us the ability to issue citations and have lawful jurisdiction within those communities. Since animal control officers will not be agents of those cities, we have to have an agreement in place for our animal control officers to take enforcement action in those communities.
Any other questions or comments? Poll the council.
Place 1,
Aye.
place 2,
Aye.
place 3,
Aye.
place 4,
Aye.
place 5,
Aye.
place 6. Aye. Mayor,
Aye.
motion carried.
Item D, resolution number 2025-10-03, a resolution of the City of Everman, Texas, finding that Encore Electric Delivery Company, LLC's application to change rates within the city should be denied, finding that the city's reasonable rate case expenses shall be reimbursed by the company, finding that the meeting at which this resolution is passed is open to the public as required by law, requiring notice of this resolution to the company and legal counsel. So I will entertain a motion.
I move we approve resolution number 2025-10-03 as read.
I second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion?
Get 'em.
You poll the council.
Place 1,
Aye.
place 2,
Aye.
place 3,
Aye.
place 4,
Aye.
place 5,
Aye.
place 6. Aye. Mayor,
Aye.
motion carried.
Next item, item E, resolution number 2025-10-04, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Everman, Texas, approving an interlocal agreement between the City of Everman and Everman Independent School District for the emergency use of the Everman Civic Center, authorizing the city manager to execute said agreement, providing for severability and providing an effective date. I will entertain a motion.
I move we approve resolution 2025-10-04 as read.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion?
What is this regarding?
So we have, for a very long time, had a verbal agreement between the City of Everman and the Everman School District. If there was ever an emergency and they needed to use our facilities, we would absolutely accommodate them, whether that's use of this facility for a reunification site, establishing a command post, establishing office, whatever that emergency may be. With changes in law, the school district is required to have these agreements memorialized through through written agreements. They can no longer be verbal. So the whole purpose of this is just to memorialize this agreement through an MOU or an ILA so that they have the documentation to show that they are compliant with state standards and we are protected as well.
Any other discussion? Would you poll the council?
Place 1,
Aye.
place 2,
Aye.
place 3,
Aye.
place 4,
Aye.
place 5,
Aye.
place 6.
Aye.
Mayor,
Aye.
motion carried.
Next item, item F, resolution number 2025-10-05, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Everman, Texas, approving an agreement with Trusted Driver, Inc. for a ticket writing software system, authorizing the city manager to execute said agreement and providing effective dates. I will entertain a motion.
I move we approve resolution number 2025-10-05 as read.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion?
Yes, let me elaborate on this one, because I know that council does not like it when I put things on here that cost money last minute. So I need to explain this one to you. We currently work with Tyler Technologies for our ticket writing software and hardware equipment. Tyler Technologies, about a month ago, notified us that the most recent update to the devices will essentially render those devices, those hardware devices, useless. And they will no longer transmit citation data that we put in directly into the court. What that would mean is that we can still use the hardware equipment that we have from Tyler Technologies after the update, but every single citation that is entered would have to then be printed and then manually entered by a staff member at City Hall into the court system. That would require a tremendous amount of man hours. As the chief mentioned just a little bit ago, we're talking over 300 documents a month between citations and warnings, because they all have to be documented and entered. And that would, we don't have the staff to do that. So their solution was we could purchase updated devices that would cost us about $25,000. Chief Brooks actually was recommended this company and spoke with this company at a conference, reached out to them. Come to find out, they integrate with our current court software very well, and it does not require any large capital purchase in order to go with them. In other words, the officers in going with this software can use the hardware we already have. They can use the laptops or the tablets devices in the cars. They can use city-issued cell phones or other devices. We won't have to go to the expense of spending $25,000 just to buy a few handheld devices. So after significant review, a couple of demos from the company, consultation with Chief of Police, and consultation with our court administrator, we believe that going this route would be cheaper and provide a much more efficient solution to the problem we're faced with. Citations are still importing as of now. They told us October 1st. We're just waiting any day for these citations to drop and for us to have to start manually putting these in. So that's why it's brought before you kind of on an urgent basis like this. We are seeking approval for this tonight. It'll cost $9,000 a year. $9,000 a year can come from court technology funds to cover this.
Did we budget for this?
No, ma'am. I think this will require a budget amendment at the end of the year.
When did you first become aware of us needing it?
1 month ago, right when we were adopting budget.
So do we have a current contract with Tyler Tech?
We have, it's a software, it's called a master user agreement. So we have the ability to terminate that agreement as soon as we are live with this one at no cost.
Okay, so they're not going to ding us because we're canceling our contract?
No.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
So any money on that contract we can put on the, whatever they're called?
So,
Trusted Driver.
Well, somewhat. Trusted Driver operates on an annual basis, meaning we will pay $9,000 a year to Trusted Driver. Tyler Technologies operates differently, where we have to purchase the capital purchase up front, but their annual user subscriptions are only about $1,000 a year. So it will cost us more each year, but these devices that we got from Tyler Technologies, we only got them 4 years ago, and they're already at end of life, and we're expected to spend another $25,000 to replace them. It's going to be cheaper in the long run to go with the Trusted Driver firm.
Okay, so I'm confused. Are we going to completely sever relationships with Tyler Technologies?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
And we will not get a refund, or what, how much did we, how much were they?
When we purchased those devices, we used CARES Act dollars to make that purchase and to launch that. And off the top of my head, I want to say it was between $30,000 to $50,000, somewhere in that ballpark for the initial agreement. That included all the devices, printers, training, installation, everything was somewhere between $30,000 and $50,000.
And all of that stuff is now going to be useless?
Yes.
For writing the tickets?
Yes.
Okay.
in,
Wow.
In short, yes.
Okay. Let's do it.
Any other questions or comments? Poll the council.
Place 1,
Aye.
place 2,
Aye.
place 3, place 4,
Aye.
place 5,
Aye.
place 6.
Aye.
Mayor,
Aye.
motion carried.
Okay, next item, item G, resolution number 2025-10-06, resolution of the City Council of the City of Everman, Texas, authorizing the city manager to approve an adjustment in the amount of $52,710.54 associated with the water account for Tarrant County Precinct 1, providing an effective date and for other purposes. I will entertain a motion.
I move we approve resolution number 2025-10-06 as read, except it's 45 cents, not 54 cents, if that makes any difference.
Second.
All right, let me explain this one because it requires some explanation. This is abnormal. We don't normally bring items like this before council. When we do a road project with Tarrant County Precinct 1, the road crew comes to City Hall and picks up a construction water meter. They attach that construction water meter to the hydrant, and that tracks how much water they're using for the project because we are required by TCEQ to report water loss. That's how our Public Works Department tracks how much water comes through our system that is used for city purposes. When we do that, we typically set them up with an account, and there is no bill generated. We wouldn't generate a water bill for Tarrant County doing a road for us, because then they would turn right around and bill us back. So we've just never generated a bill for that. In this particular instance, what occurred was Tarrant County went and picked up the meter. The staff made a failure to change the account from the account holder for that meter. In other words, it was still listed, that meter was still listed under another private business entity that had taken that meter. So when the meter readings came in, it generated a bill in our system for another company, not Precinct 1. Well, when it does that, we can't simply go in and reverse it without creating some sort of auditing concern or error. We don't have the authority. We have the authority to make certain adjustments up to an amount, but any amount that exceeds $50,000, we don't have the authority to adjust. It has to come before council. So all we're asking for is for your approval. Now that we've corrected the account holder information being Tarrant County Precinct 1, we're seeking your approval to waive the $52,710 so that Tarrant County doesn't have to pay that for our street project.
So we're going to pay it?
Yes, ma'am, but we pay for that water loss anyway.
Okay, so when did we first become aware of this?
This came up following last council meeting.
Right after she ran billing.
Right, yeah, last month's billing.
September?
Yes, ma'am. And let me be clear, too, that's not the amount that we would pay. So that $52,000 is what we would charge any construction company that would come in and rent our meter for that amount of water that they used. We pay a different rate to the Trinity well and Pluxee well depending on consumption that we report back to them. So it's not that we're paying that, it's going to be reflected as not a revenue, is essentially what it's going to be. But historically speaking, we have never charged Tarrant County Precinct 1 for any water that was used on roads that they've done projects here, because they normally do these projects for free.
Right.
So.
Any other questions? Any other questions or comments? Poll the council.
Place 1,
Aye.
place 2,
Aye.
place 3,
Aye.
place 4,
Aye.
place 5,
Aye.
place 6.
Aye.
Mayor,
Aye.
motion carried.
Next item, item H, ordinance number 844, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Everman, Texas, amending the Code of Ordinances, City of Everman, by amending Chapter 20, Utilities, Article 8, Utility and Telecommunications Facilities within the right-of-way by adding a new section 20-350, Road Closure Permit Required, providing a repealing clause, providing a severability clause, and providing an effective date. I will entertain a motion.
I move we approve ordinance number 844 as read.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any discussion?
Ms. Woods and Ms. Davis, I just want to make sure you're paying attention to this part. This goes right along with what you shared a minute ago. This ordinance, we have recently had significant issues with utility companies in Everman coming in and doing utility work in the roadway and closing roadways, establishing detours, and no communication with the city whatsoever. We did not have an ordinance that prohibited that or required them to communicate that with us, and that created a lot of issues. Prime example being Enon Avenue, where we've already got 2 road projects occurring, and now we've got a utility company coming in and shutting down another roadway that impacted that. It created a mess for us. So what this ordinance will do is it will require utility and telecommunication companies to submit to the city a traffic management plan anytime that they plan to do construction in the roadway that would require them to close a road. That gives us the ability to review the plan, provide public notice, and essentially work with them. It puts us on notice. There's nothing more frustrating than having citizens calling the city asking us, why is this road closed? And we don't have an answer. We should know why our roads are closed, but they're not communicating with us. So this should hopefully resolve that. It does not implement any sort of fee. The permit that they have to apply for is still free. All that's regulated underneath the franchise agreement. It just implements a requirement for them to submit essentially traffic management plans to staff for us to review it so that we can at least notify residents of when construction will occur, or in the instance of what occurred on Enon, give us the ability to reach out and maybe negotiate different time frames we could target these projects. We just think it'll help us out, give us some better teeth.
Yes.
Any questions or comments? Poll the council.
Place 1.
Aye.
Place 2.
Aye.
Place 3.
Aye.
Place 4.
Aye.
Place 5.
Aye.
Place 6.
Aye.
Mayor,
Aye.
motion carried.
Next item, executive session. Pursuant to section 551.072, discuss the purchase, sale, exchange, lease, or value of real property related to Munier Partners LLC. And item B, pursuant to section 551.089, deliberations regarding security devices specifically related to City Hall. The time is 7:13. We are in executive session. Okay, so I will close executive session. We will reconvene into the regular meeting. The time is 7:24. Do we have a motion from executive session?
Yes, I move that we authorize the city manager to accept a special warranty deed from Mounier Developer Partners, LLC, and execute a mutual termination agreement with Mounier Developer Partners, LLC, regarding all economic development agreements.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Would you poll the council?
Place 1.
Aye.
Place 2.
Aye.
Place 3. Place 4.
Aye.
Place 5.
Aye.
Place 6.
Aye.
Mayor,
Aye.
motion carried.
Next item, city manager's report.
Nope, I've done enough talking, I'm good.
Mayor's report, I've done enough talking too. With that being said, the time is 6:26 and we are adjourned. 7:26, we are adjourned.
Are you dyslexic tonight?
I think so.
Bless your heart.